What's up, folks? Chris with Chef Sports Cards here. We are doing 2023 Top Series 2 Half Jumbo Case Break number 23. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Especially if you're new to the channel, welcome. A little bit about us. We've been around for over 5 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading. We ship as quickly as our little hands will move. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do free breaks. When we do them, we use our subscriber list from YouTube for the random. So you want a chance to get into a future free break, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button. Your name will go in the random, and who knows, maybe you'll grab a spot in our next free break. Also, check out our website, chefsportscards.com. We have the second half. So this is the first half of a fresh case. We're doing the second half of this case is listed over on our website to pick your team break. I think there's couple teams just got picked up. There's 16 or 17 teams left in that break there. In fact, what are you sorry for, John? What did I do? What did you do? What did we do? There's a link there in the chat. You click on that, it'll take you right there. You can grab a spot in the website break also. All right, let's go over teams. Diamondbacks, Andrew L. Braves, Patrick V. Orioles, Chip M. Red Sox MVP. Cubs, Bart V. White Sox, Kevin B. Reds, Tim H. Guardians, Kevin B. Rockies, Chris L. Tigers, Justin P. Royals, Kevin B. Astros, Bart V. Angels, MVP. Dodgers, Kevin B. Brewers, John T. and Twins, Chris F. Marlins, Robert H. Mets, Thomas M. Yankees, Stephen T. A's, Bart V. Phillies, Justin P. Pirates, Ryan W. Cardinals, Richard J. Padres, Robert H. Giants, Corey P. Mariners, Chris F. Rays, Kevin B. Rangers, Eric L. Blue Jays, Bart V. And finally, Nationals, Dave P. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Well, I mean, Burns was incredible today, and he was awesome. He is awesome. What are you going to do? You know, but some weird stuff going on with the Phillies. I don't know. That whole thing with Harper last night. And, I don't know. And that Padres series, I think, took it out of him a little bit this weekend. But the Phillies are like 42-10 in their last like 52 games. So I'm not that worried about them. Now everybody's talking about them bringing Soto here. That's all they talk about. Oh, we're going to get Soto. We're going to get Soto. I do not want Soto on this team at all. And it's like the sports talk guys, there's a couple of them especially who are like so into Soto coming here. And they're saying, and I keep going, well, he hasn't played well since he's been in San Diego. And I just don't think this team needs Soto because he's a huge commitment. He's only a year. You have to give him a new contract next year. He's going to want $400 million. I don't think he's worth that, blah, 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 you know. But I don't know, weirdness going on over there. So, but the Brewers had a good series. They won the series. What are you going to do? We'll get you next time. We'll get you next time. All right. Let's open some cards. Good luck, everybody. Rich. Oh, my God. Rich, I missed you, man. You've been out on the left coast, my friend? Thought you forgot all about us, man. Garrett Mitchell, rookie. Josh Jung, rookie. Come on, hands. Work. Baruhan, gold foil. Bobby Witt, home run challenge. Trouty, favorite son of New Jersey, and Votto All-Star. Yeah, man, sounds like it. How's it coming? Is it getting there, or it's got to be tough, man, with your young kid and stuff, man. Have you taken them out there? Your son and your wife? Have you taken them out to old San Francisco? Till the end of August. Yeah. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do, right, my man? Just know you're missed, my friend. You are missed around here. And I've been making sure I don't fall down and break an arm or get sick because you're not here to, take over for me when I die. So no heart attacks till next month, till in September. Michael Lorenzen, silver foil, rainbow foil, and 14 of 72, Francisco Lindor for the Mets. Nice. Oh, man, Thomas, he'll like that. He's a Mets man. He'll like it. No, she doesn't want to see San Francisco. That's a shame. Well, I mean, I know they have their issues. It's a nice town too. They got some good stuff too. Pena, Spencer Steele, throwback rookie. Now you say end of August. Is that like are they going to get open by then, or just what you need to do will be done by then? Got some Ohtani cards, Chris? I have a lot of Ohtani cards. I'm just about getting ready to send them off. Oh, I had a nice surprise this week. Someone bought that triple plate auto that I got out of Sonic the other day, out of nowhere. That was nice. So I reinvested the money in some Caminero autos. For the Metsies again, Verlander gold foil. And Ohtani is good Ohtani. That's right, man. It's funny. I was reading an article on MLB today. I don't know if you guys saw it, about what's going to happen with him as far as the trade deadline goes. Jose Miranda, future stars, 18-19 of 2023. And basically they were saying that, the article said that basically the Angels are looking for a reason not to trade him. So like every game they win or lose up to the trade deadline is, important, like, because if they're still in it, they won't get rid of them, if they don't think they're in it, so on and so forth. But the thing I thought was interesting in it, the person, and I didn't even look to see who actually wrote the article, it was just on MLB.com. They felt that one of the front-running teams, which I was shocked by, because of course you think, Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, those type of teams, because they would want what they called a Soto-esque kind of trade, like, when San Diego gave up, half of their farm system for Soto, that they were saying the best team would be the Orioles, to have the young players to give up, even keeping, Halladay and, Adley and Gunnar and Westberg, but they have such a deep farm system that they could actually try and make a run at getting Ohtani if they decide to give him up. So it was an interesting article, though. Oh, my. Wow. Chris, you better love me, my man. Phillies gold vinyl. Yeah, I was shocked by I never even thought about the Orioles, to be honest with you. Look at this little thing right here. Byron Buxton with the littlest autograph. Little tiny Byron Buxton autograph on the All-Star card. Very nice. Buxton's like, yeah, get her away from me. Here you go, Chris. Yeah, the way the Orioles look now, if they added Ohtani, I'm actually going to see them play the Phillies on Tuesday. I'm actually going to a game finally. We're going to go Tuesday night because the Orioles are in town. My son was down there a couple weeks ago when the Orioles played the Cards, or played the Reds. But yeah, with the way they're playing, if they added Ohtani and Ohtani came to the American League East, oh my. This is nuts. Chef, I like it. Chris gets a hit. Chris gets lots of hits. Where do you see that Buxton you got out at Tribute, man? That thing was awesome. You didn't get it yet, right? I think I just sent it on Tuesday or something like that. That card was really cool, man. Where do you see that thing? But anyway, getting back to the tiny thing, you think of the usual. If he's willing to leave the West Coast, I think that's a big thing. It's being closer to Japan to be able to go home and so on and so forth. But I had not even thought about the Orioles, so that would be interesting. Correa rainbow foil. Your $6 spot, man, killing it, killing a $6 spot. There it is. Aaron Nola for the Phils relic. For Justin, Nola's been pitching well lately. He can be very hot and cold, but we love him anyway. Yeah, well, Seattle certainly is a very real possibility. Just because of their past. They've always had a big connection to the Japanese and Korean teams and Ichiro and all that. I mean, I'm sure they're in the hunt there somewhere. The question is whether or not the Angels are gonna, you know, give them up. I mean, if they really, I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine why they would. To be honest with you, he's got to be, even if they're not getting in the playoffs. And I mean, this is the first year in a while they've actually been in a position to maybe. I mean, they're what, like 4 games out or something like that right now. But he's got to be a huge box office draw for them. Like they have to be drawing not just people, baseball people, but a lot of Asian people will come to see him, so on and so forth. Like you would think he'd kind of pay for himself at the box office. But I don't know. I guess it has to do with whether he wants to be there too. Austin Hayes rainbow foil. And behind that, Drew Smiley to 2023 for the Cubbies. 1828 of 2023. Wasn't the last one 1828? Wait a second. Oh, wow. 1819 and 1820. All right. Interesting. Well, and that's the question, John. I mean, and that is a very big part of it is would they give up that much to basically rent him? See, I that's part of my problem with the Soto Philly thing. If they're even thinking about doing it, is I mean he's not. Technically he's not a rental because he has another year on his contract. But if you go out of your way, the Phillies have a terrible farm system for one. They got a few guys that are awesome, like Justin Crawford, but those are the guys they'd probably have to give up to get Soto here. And if you mortgage your minor league to get Soto, then he knows he's going to get paid. And he's going to want a $400 million contract. And I'm sorry, I don't think Soto's worth $400 million right now. I'm not saying he won't be because he's young. He's only 24, but I mean, he's not playing near as well as he was when he was in Washington. Um, and I mean, I even think it's a rental at 18 months or whatever, however long it'll be that Soto will be here. But yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I would assume that a team who would give that up would have to try and figure out if they're going to be able to re-sign Ohtani. That he wouldn't just be a rental. Kyle Tucker, gold foil. I think they will too, but I don't know. It could be an Ohtani thing too. I mean, he might want to move. Who knows? Lee Young Who? Trading right. Yeah, I see. I would too. And that's why the whole thing to me was a bit surprising when I heard a lot of people start talking about it last month, and I've been kind of following it, like reading articles here and there whenever I see something, because I would think his value alone would be at the box office and in merch and stuff like that, even if they don't win. Although it is really a head scratcher why that team can't get in the playoffs. Like they certainly But they've had the lineup for years and have never been able to do anything, So I don't know. Well, I shouldn't say years. They did plenty back in the Socia days and whatever, but recently, in the last say 10 years or whatever. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe I don't know. Maybe they don't want to have to pay him next year or whatever. I mean, how much is Otani going to get? That's the real question. I mean, is he? He's got to be a $500 million signing, right? At least. Astros gold foil. He might. Yeah, well, the Mets have the money, that's for sure. That dude's got more money than anybody. And he's already overpaying that last place team as it is, or wherever they are these days. Gibson for the Cardinals. I mean, it's a very real possibility that Otani could be a Met, because that guy who owns the Mets doesn't care about paying like $300 million in luxury tax or whatever, because he's got more money than the rest of the freaking league combined. Cardinals is Richard. There you go, buddy. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. I think I love the trade deadline. Pedro Martinez. I think the Orioles got a steal last night, and that Fujinami kid from the A's, he's really good. And they got him for like nothing, like a left-handed minor leaguer. Like he wasn't. That kid can pitch. He's really, really good. Yeah, well, then they'd win for sure. Change that A to a J. That's not a bad idea, man. You might need to go apply for a GM job out in California. I don't know. I mean, there's a thing in Philadelphia, and Rich, who's from this area, even though he's not, he's a Mets fan or whatever, but he can kind of attest to it. When people start hyping something around here, they tend to happen. It's almost like the public can talk the teams into doing it, And this Soto thing keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I just keep going like, no, I do not want this to happen. I just think it's not going to be good for the team. Bay rookie. And of course, a lot of people's fight is the fact that if Soto came here, you've already got Harper, Turner, and Schwarber here, who all played with him when he was at Washington as a rookie, and he would be better with them, and blah blah blah. And I don't want to test that theory. TJ Fradel, 38 of 499. The Samurai Angels. Oh, I'm sorry, Rich. Second to last. So I don't want to, that $500 million salary to be 17 games under 500 or whatever they are. Oh, man. It makes me happy to see the Mets there, I'm sorry to say. It makes me very unhappy to see the Braves winning again. I want the Braves to have, I just want to see the Braves come in last place one time, just for the hell of it. Because it seems like anyone the Braves goes out and gets, as long as it's their homemade talent, is always successful. Like, they don't need to bring anyone in. They just go draft guys, and I don't know. Whoever runs their minors, their scouting, everybody else in the league should just watch the Braves, because they seem to be able to develop talent better than any team in the league. Doesn't matter who it is. I mean, they've been winning this league forever. Even when the Phillies were good, they were still right there, This kid's good too. If I can pick his card up. Estuary Ruiz, a rookie for the A's. No, he's not at all the same player. In fact, and I said this to someone the other day. He reminds me of Chris Bryant, is what he does. He got a ton of success, very, very young. And look, I don't know Juan Soto, so I don't have a right to necessarily say this. I feel like he's very, trying to think of the nice way to say, full of himself. Like, I don't deny his talent and what he did in Washington, but he did it at such a young age. I feel like he's kind of blew up too fast, and maybe he's his own worst enemy now a little bit. Because you hear horror stories about that. Some of the stuff down in the locker room in San Diego with those guys, and I kind of look at Chris Bryant the same way. Chris Bryant, great player who had a ton of success at the very beginning of his career, and he's just been a middling player ever since. And I'm sorry, a team that's winning, the Phillies season started out horribly. I get that. But the way they've been winning the past 6 weeks, I don't know why you would screw with it. I mean, you want to spend money and go get another pitcher. That's what we need. Another big starting pitcher. We'll take one of those. Go out to Cleveland and steal one of those guys or something. Garrett Mitchell. Yeah, spoiled. Yeah, it's probably part of it. He's got a big head, thinks he deserves more than he should. And look, I don't deny the fact of what he did, but you've seen this before in many different sports where rookies or very young guys have a ton of success really fast, and it goes to their head, and they're never quite the same player. I'm certainly not saying Juan Soto's a bad baseball player. He's not. But he's not what he was, and he certainly, like I said, he's 24, so he's plenty of time to get it back in order. But I'll be honest, I don't need to see him do it here in Philadelphia. He can do it somewhere else. The old Babe Ruth, AL League leader, home runs and RBIs, 1921. So we'll see. Unfortunately, also in Philadelphia, we have a GM who loves to make the big move. Dombrowski, he's like really into making the big splash at trade deadlines and stuff. And then, of course, like I said, Soto flew back with those guys after the All-Star break. So everybody's looking into that. Well, why did Soto fly back with the Phillies after the All-Star break? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't know and I don't care. Just leave it alone. He played third base. That's awesome. Yeah, dude, I would go too if I was out there, man. I don't blame you. No, I don't think Yelich ever had, I don't think he was ever like that. I think Yelich fell into the same category as a lot of these guys do when they trade. It takes them time to get. And I mean, I've talked about this before. Tell me a big trade that happens in baseball that the guy comes in and makes a huge difference right away. It almost never happens. It always takes guys time to kind of get into the system, help get it to what they need it to be. Blah blah blah. Royce Lewis, future stars for the Twins. And I mean, geez, if anything, Yelich's situation in Miami, he was stuck down there with a couple of guys with big heads. Brad Boxberger for the Cubs, 149 of 199. I don't blame you, man. I'd be hitting A's games too at $9 a ticket. And it's probably just like general admission, like at a concert, right? They just let you go sit wherever you want. There's so few people there. Garrett Mitchell, significant statistic rookie. Frank Thomas, Daniel Lynch. I was watching a couple games last week, A's games last week, because Zach Geloff got called up, and I like that kid a lot. My God, there is nobody there. Because they brought up him and Soderstrom on the same day. So I watched like 3 games in a row of them. They were playing the Twins, actually. I saw them play the Twins a couple games. Man, there was nobody in that stadium. It's to play the infield. Josh John. That would be funny. if you went up to the box office, oh, I'll have the third base ticket. Oh, okay. Did you bring your glove? We have one here. If you didn't, Josh Bell. Jock Peterson, Mike Trout throwback. Yeah, it's empty. It's crazy. Yeah, they have to sell that team or do something. The thing they did out there, I watched the whole like little 10-minute there's kind of a documentary about it on YouTube about that day when they all went to the game and did the whole sell the team chant. But I mean that's all I saw. I saw the little bit they showed on MLB when it happened, but there was this little like 10-minute thing on YouTube about it. And they had like T-shirts made up, and they were out, and they did all kinds of stuff that day. It was pretty well organized for a fan protest. That's for sure. What do we got here for the Yankees? Anthony Volpe, rookie foil. Very nice. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's. I mean, I've always kind of wondered that too. Why they've had such a hard time. I mean, I assume it's just because there's another major city right there, and either the people or the population isn't big enough or cares enough to support two teams. Because look, you look at New York or you look at L.A., Chicago. They have no problem supporting multiple teams. I mean, yeah, sure, some always do better than others for different reasons, but the actual support's not difficult. But out there, it's, I mean, because this isn't a new thing with the A's, and I mean, it's certainly not like they haven't had success in their years. They have. I mean, they haven't in a while, but um, I don't know. I think you can only underspend and play the whole woe is me card for so long before people have had enough. Keep getting your players stolen by bigger teams. And I mean, that's been going on forever out there, you know. I don't know why. I mean, even if they don't sell it, if they just move to Vegas, like Vegas is dying for a team. I was reading an article, their minor league team in Vegas averages like 10,000 people a night for a game. And the A's are only averaging like 2,500 a game, a professional team in a major city, you know? So that's, now for that reason alone, you should just move, you know? Jazz, DeGrom, George Brett. Yeah. But even like the Raiders, I mean, obviously the Raiders are popular and were supported and stuff, but they never quite had the. They always had the crappier stadium. They always had the, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, there were all those crazy Raider fans. I get it. There was, a cultural thing behind it or whatever. But like, those teams always kind of felt a little second hand, you know. And I just wonder if it's because you have San Francisco right there too, where it's like, okay, the Raiders or the 49ers. And like I said, the Raiders have a rich history, don't get me wrong, but the 49ers are still way bigger and always have been, before they moved, before the Raiders moved and all that. Grew up in Bay Area, was an Oakland Raiders fan. They moved to LA. They moved back to Oakland, but I'm still a lifelong. Yeah. Well, I obviously that would have something to do with it too when they left for LA and all that. But Michael Conforto, rainbow foil. And Yos Satsugo to 300 on the stat parallel for Texas. For Eric L. I've been thinking about a couple weeks ago, I read an article about they're talking about adding to expansion teams to baseball. And I've been trying to think about it for 2 weeks, where the hell they would put two expansion teams for baseball. Like, and I can't come up with anything really good. Like, It'd be interesting though, because they're talking about wanting to have 8 4-team divisions. If they'd add 2 more teams, then they could have 8 4-team divisions, and it would help with the wild card and all that type of crap. And Nashville, Portland, and Nashville. I don't think Montreal. I don't think they'd put a team back in Canada because of the tax situation. I'm actually surprised Toronto hasn't said they're moving to Buffalo, especially after what happened during COVID, or trying to move into the States, because I know there's a huge tax problem between them and and I know the Bay Gold Foil rookie for the Pirates. I know the Players Association had been fighting with them with the Canadian government for a while about the business or the work tax that they have to pay and stuff. Brujon to 2023, and then when they played in Buffalo during COVID, I kind of thought maybe they would stay in Buffalo, after that, because this has been an issue for a long time. But I'd be surprised if they put a team in Canada again. 378 of 2023. For Kevin and Pujols, legends of the game. Nashville's a thought, though. Yeah, Nashville might be good. I mean, what would be closest to Nashville? Cincinnati, I guess, as far as a pro team goes. Cincinnati would be the closest, I think, from there. Or I think so. Which is a decent distance. I mean, that's for sure. See, the weird thing is, too, again, you kind of get into that whole thing where, they have college baseball in those areas, and it's very, very popular, too. I'm not saying they want to obviously put a pro team there, but it's kind of like in pro football, you know what I mean? When you get into some of the southern states, the college football might do better than pro football will, so they kind of stay away from them. But yeah, that's an interesting thought. I was thinking something more like even more Midwestern, Nebraska and Oklahoma, Iowa, like somewhere in that area of putting a team. I don't know. Paredes, rainbow foil. Well, yeah, they've been talking about the outside of the country for a while. Jurickson Profar, numbered 401 of 499 for San Diego. Um, yeah, I mean, that's certainly a possibility for them to go to like Mexico City or something like that. But I just know that there's been a problem for more than a few years with the work visa tax situation going into Canada to play. And for some reason, the NHL, Matt Olson, Major League Material for the Braves, that's numbered 138 of 199. And you hate to say this, but I think it's because it's hockey and it's a national sport in Canada and it's so big there. They've worked out deals with the NFL, but they kind of refused to with baseball for a long time now. And I know it costs a lot of money to go play up there. It costs players a lot of money to go and play. And they've complained about it a lot. And, considering there's only one team in Canada, like, is it worth keeping one team in Canada? But who knows? I don't know. Juneau, Alaska. Those would be some interesting playing conditions. Where it's like light 24 hours a day, dark 24 hours. We're under the lights now. We have been for 4 months now. Jordan Walker. That's funny. You wonder where it's. I mean, it's been a long time since there's been who was the last expansion team in baseball? Like Florida, I guess. Like And I mean, that's what, 25, 30 years now? I mean, I get it's been a long time, hasn't it? Whoops, I picked up two there. All right. First up, Oakland gold foil. I mean, Montreal moved to Washington and whatever, but actual expansion teams, I think, would have been the Marlins, right? Falter for the Phillies rookie auto, numbered 59 of 199, Bailey Falter. Phillies is Justin. Sonny Gray, all aces. All right, for the Giants, Bryce Johnson, rookie rainbow foil. And Schwaba for the Phils, 1943 of 2023. For Justin. There you go, buddy. Mookie. Diamondbacks and Rays in 98. Really? Wow. Oh, yeah. I guess Diamondbacks were in 98, were they? It's still a long time ago, but wow. Jesus. You mean the Diamondbacks won a World Series like 4 years after they. What year did they beat the Yankees? Wasn't that like 2001 or something like that? Jeez. It's really upsetting when you have a team for like 130 years, they've only won like a couple World Series. Diamondbacks won like 3 years after they came into existence. Shohei record breakers. 2001, right? Wow. That's impressive. 3 years. Well, that was like the Marlins too. What, they won 2 World Series in the first like 8 years they were in existence or something like that. And every time they did, they blew that team up to nothing afterwards. I mean, they just took that money and ran. Oh, so I wanted to explain to you guys, I talked about in the last break too. So, as I'm sure you're all aware of, the eBay shutdown is now in progress. We are not allowed to post new breaks until the new system starts up, which is going to be in about a month. It's the reason why we're not breaking on Sunday, because I screwed up the dates and forgot to get it up in time. But there's a bunch of Topps Chrome breaks scheduled that are going to end on Wednesday and Thursday next week, but they're going to kind of cover the whole weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you happen to bid on any of the Topps Chrome breaks, make sure you look at the date and time of the break. We always, until this week, do our breaks on the night of the auction, but because we're in that shutdown, some of them are going to end, they're going to end Wednesday, but the break's going to be Thursday or Friday. And some are going to end Thursday and be Saturday and Sunday. So just, if you happen to bid, make sure you check those out. Reed Detmer's gold foil. And then after that, like I said, until we start up again in a month, we won't be able to post on eBay until then. So everything will be Wow, what's with the Phillies tonight? Jeez, lots of Phillies. Ryan Howard this time, 1 of 299. Home run RBI leader in 2006. We won't be able to post again until September, so we'll be doing everything through our website. So that's what I was talking about earlier. I'll talk about it again. Website, we got some great breaks up there now that are almost full. Bowman Mega Box, I think we got about 10 teams left to fill that one. We got a Bowman Jumbo Box, which has about half teams left to fill. Nolan Ryan. And the second half of this jumbo case is over there also. There's about 16 or 17 teams left in that break. So if you check it out. And then throughout the month of August, that's where we'll be breaking from. So check it out. Wait a second. What? What was it, John? It's funny you say we were talking about the frozen fractors in the last break. Because in Topps Chrome, they're going to have these stupid frozen fractors. If any of you guys don't know what it is, it's a negative numbered parallel. So it's going to be -5, like -3 of -5. Ridiculous. I would like us to pull one just so we can see what it looks like. So hopefully with some luck, we'll find one. All right. For Seattle, Eugenio Suarez, rainbow foil. Just symbols, really. Sale, that was -2 of 0? Huh. See, from what I understand, the frozen fractors are supposed to be -5. Now, again, I don't put it past Topps to add on anything, but I was under the assumption that there were 5 negative frozen fractors of however many cards. So it'd be -1 of -5, -2 of -5, -3 of -5. The guy has a frozen fractor that was numbered on the front. Huh. Well, I don't know. Who knows? With this whole thing with the cards being stolen and some of them being out there, I mean, who knows? Guys are probably just making them in their basement and selling them at this point. But concerning Chrome, we'll have everything, blasters, hobbies, and jumbos. I did post blasters and hobbies for next week. Anything after that, we'll post on the website. So, that is, of course, as long as Topps doesn't screw us and release late or something. That's all we'll need. Carlos Santana, gold foil. And for Houston, Kyle Tucker, orange foil. Number 292 of 299. For Bart. 2 negatives make a positive. It's true. You've got to that's something to ponder right there. Stan Musial gold foil. It's some deep thinking when you get into it. It was on eBay, John? I'm gonna look it up afterwards. Got to get my frozen fractor on. These things are probably gonna sell for absurd amounts of money. Well, the way we pulled Corbin Carroll stuff this year, let's maybe we'll pull a Corbin Carroll frozen fractor. We've pulled super short prints, 1-of-1 plates. We've covered a lot of them, so maybe he'll be the guy we'll get. Common Core method, it's fine. That's true. That's true. I don't know that anything common relates to the Topps Corporation or Fanatics for that matter. Nick Madrigal, rainbow foil. I still would have loved to have been in that meeting when they decided to do the whole frozen fractal thing. It had to be like one of those higher up idiots at Fanatics or something. Oh, I've always dreamed of doing a negative refract. It's going to be called a frozen fractal. Aren't I such a genius? Oh, everyone from Topps go, oh, you're brilliant. You're brilliant. Why didn't we think of that? And every person who collects card is going, what? This is the dumbest thing. I mean, it's not like you can't make up another parallel. You do it every year that you have to get in the negative numbers now. Come on, dude. Corbin Carroll. Doesn't mean I don't want to pull one and see one and get one for somebody. It just. Nico gold foil for the Cubbies. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm going to be very interested to see how Topps Chrome is this year. I mean, Ramirez home run challenge. Obviously, from the checklist, things are much better this year as far as the rookies and everything go. They don't seem to have screwed up like they did last year, but it's kind of like Kevin saying there. Until you have it in your hand, Lord knows what they could do to those cards. And print lines are definitely, to me, that's become the thing in the last few years. Whereas collation used to be so bad 8 to 10 years ago. I mean, and yes, you still get some cases sometimes that are collated poorly, but it's nowhere near as bad now as it used to be. It used to be much, much worse. You get cases and get 5 of the same auto in a case regularly. It was like a normal thing, you know. Ortiz rookie. But yeah, the centering and print line thing in the past few years has just been out of control. Sabathia for the Yankees, blue all aces. I think that's exactly what they did. I think they were sitting around, you know, hitting the edible cookies or something. You know, Joe Schmo from Fanatics Corporation starts talking about, when I was a kid, I used to always think, wouldn't it be cool to get a card that was negative numbered? And all the Topps people going, oh, yeah. Make sure you kiss this guy's ass. He's got all the money. I'm telling you about when they talked about the industry summit, I thought it was a joke. I was like, like, I think everyone thought it was a joke when they brought it up at first, but just something else to chase, I suppose. Excuse me. Josh Jung. Jose Miranda, gold foil for the 20s. And for the Padres, Luis Liberto, rookie, numbered 683 of 2023. Well, and that's kind of my question now, especially eBay was asking $500 for it, really. See, and that's my other question too. I thought, and again, you know, usually shouldn't do that. It's not good for me, but I thought it was just going to be one set to -5. But I don't know. Maybe there's multiples now, like negative of 0 or -10, or how far does it go? Is there going to be a full, like, you know, dark blue or something like that? It'll be -150, or I don't know. It's, you know, that's the unfortunate. If it's successful, they'll just keep doing it bigger and bigger, and now you'll have a, you know, behold, oh, you have to have the big thing will be you have to have like the mirror, you know, like you have the 43 of 150 and you need the negative 43 of negative 150 like as a set. Oh God. They're starting to make this hobby too complicated. That's, used to be so much simpler. Brendan Donovan Gold Rookie Cup foil. And for Kansas City, Nick Prado, Major League Material. 188 of 199. For Kevin. Go, buddy. I gotta get a top letter for that. Ezekiel Tovar. I have the numerically impossible -0 Greg Dietrich. Oh God, that's funny. What is the I can't imagine if they're asking $500 for that. What is the Corbin Carroll gonna get? Like, is it gonna be a $5,000 card because it has a negative number on it? Like, it's insane. Insane. I am always kind of driven and find it interesting. There was I think it was on YouTube I was watching. This was this morning. There are these card guys. I don't know who they are. Maybe it was Instagram. Was it Instagram or YouTube? Maybe, I don't know. I think it was YouTube. There are these card guys. I don't know who they are, but they always have some interesting topics they talk about. And they were talking about the values of Corbin Carroll to Josh Jung. The very real possibility. Hayden Wesneski, a rookie for the Cubbies, rookie auto. Very real possibility the NL and AL rookie of the years, right? And how basically Corbin Carroll stuff is 3 to 4 times more expensive than Josh Jung. Not that Josh Jung's stuff is cheap, but they were talking about the fact that what card was it they were saying? Like first Bowman refractor of Josh Jung you can buy for like $66, but Corbin Carroll it's like $220. And I realized that we as the guardians of this hobby, I know that's a weird way to say it, but I mean, we're the people who, not only enjoy it, but spend into it. I suppose that we make these prices, but it is interesting to think why one who are both kind of competing for the same thing is worth so much more than the other, I mean, if Corbin Carroll was on the Yankees, maybe I'd get it. Like, usually Yankee cards always hold more value or the bigger teams or whatever, but I don't know. It's interesting how we decide sometimes on what something's worth. I guess, I mean, it's like anything else. The market will bear. I understand that, but it makes you wonder that, I mean, Josh Jung would seem to be the better investment right now because you can just get his stuff cheaper and he's kind of on the same track, Okay, let's try that again. Casey Mize, rainbow foil. If you pull a -5, you have to send 5 cards back to Tops. Tommy Henry rookie in his lovely. I'm assuming that is what are these uniforms called again? The 8/12 of 2023 City Connect. Is that the City Connect uniform for the D-backs? Because it's kind of ugly. For Andrew. Yamamoto, Oscar Gonzalez, Suarez, and Bassett. All right, let's see some silver packies. Good luck, everybody. And we'll do a hit recap. I'll babble on about the website some more, and we'll get out of here. All right, Urias, Rosarena, Castillo, and India. Waldichuk, Molitor, Cole, and Clement. Don't forget tomorrow night too. Prism Baseball releases tomorrow. I got boxes of it sitting right behind me here. So tomorrow night we'll have some Prism baseball. Beltre, Pena, Logan Webb, and to 299 autograph for the Mets, Mark Vientos, rookie. Yay. We always like a silver pack auto. For Thomas. There you go, buddy. No, I'm not trying to get into a fight over who's the rookie of the year for the AL and NL. They were just kind of comparing them as possibilities. I mean, yes, there's more fights than just that for who the rookie of the year is, but you're just kind of talking in generalities. If you're looking at numbers, looking at the year they're having, what they're going up to, the possibility of winning rookie of the year on both sides, how interesting it is that the values that we find in these things, Eloy. Brennan, Manoa, Albies, and Murray. Last back. Can you imagine what like an Otani frozen tractor would sell for? Ridiculous. Alvarez rookie and Yastrzemski. All righty, folks. All right, I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, I couldn't do this without you, and I do truly, truly appreciate it. We will be here Friday and Saturday. No Sunday because I screwed up on the listings, but hey, is what it is. Like I said, we got new Prism baseball tomorrow night, which should be fun, having a new product. And we got Heritage, we got Big League, we got, all the crazy stuff we've been doing. Plus, I know you're sick of hearing about it, but the website, go hit the website, and this stuff's filling up over there. I'm assuming we're going to be breaking some, if not all of it, by tomorrow. So go and grab a spot. I am going to list some Prism on the website too tomorrow. I'm just trying to be polite, not get in trouble with distributors and stuff by putting it up before release date, that kind of thing. So, but otherwise, stay safe, stay healthy out there, and bear with me for a sec. You got it, boys. Thank you for joining me. All righty. All right. Hit recap for 2023 Top Series 2 half jumbo case break number 23. Wow, 2023. All right. Home run challenges of Witt, Ramirez, and Jazz. We had some of the top rookies here. We'll make sure we go through and get them sleeved and top loaded. And if we find any that I missed, which I'm sure I missed a few, we'll take care of those. Rainbow foils. Lorenzen, Correa, Ruiz, Hayes, Bay, Martinez, Madrigal, Bell, Ortiz, Donovan, Johnson, Suarez, Mize, Conforto, Paredes, Pujols, Musial, and Anthony Volpe, rookie for the Yanks. Gold foils. These, of course, will all be top loaded. The rainbows and the gold. Bay rookie. A's team card. Santana. Brujan. Phillies team card. Verlander. Houston team card. Tucker. Lois Lewis. Detroit team card. Horner. Miranda. Walker. Reed Detmers and Justin Turner. Numbered in other parallels. We had the CC Sabathia Blue All Aces. The 2023, Drew Smiley, Miranda, Brujan, Schwarber, Liberto rookie, and Tommy Henry rookie. Francisco Lindor for the Mets to 72, 14 of 72. Nice one there. TJ Friedel to 499. Brad Boxberry to 199. Yeah, 199. Tsutsugo Advanced Stat Parallel to 300. Profar to 499 and Tucker to 299. Relics, Aaron Nola, the throwback relic. Nick Prado, Major League Materials to 199. Bob Gibson, Babe Ruth. Matt Olson also to 199. You had the Ryan Howard to 299. And then autographs, Bailey Falter for the Phils, rookie auto to 199. Hayden Wesneski, Hayden Wesneski for the Cubs, rookie auto. Mark Vientos from the Silver Packs to 299. And then the Byron Buxton All-Star rookie for the Twinnies. All right, folks, again, thank you so much for joining me. Head on over to chefsportscards.com, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.